So today we're going to be playing Can You Survive the Multiverse? So we're not going to actually explore a specific storyline of us being in a multiverse. We're going to explore the concepts and different scenarios. Sounds good, Elias?
Yay! This is what I'm supposed to say every time he says something like that. Like, I have nothing else to go on right now.
So what's your opinion about the multiverse?
Personally, very dangerous for me because it may trigger a higher level of narcissism in my brain.
Wait, what do you
I
mean?
think I'll actually attempt to gather all versions of me in one universe, eliminate everyone who's living in there already, and they just create a universe of me.
Just a million billion you?
Yeah, like a citadel of... Was his name Dick?
Rick and Morty?
Rick. His name is Rick.
Dick. So let's say you wake up tomorrow and all of a sudden some sort of freaking Spider-Man into the multiverse thing happens and different versions of you come into this universe.
Okay.
What do you think their traits will be? For example, Spider-Man's multiverse people were all Spider-Man. What would be your trait that makes them you?
I mean, blue hair and eyeless.
Technically, our franchise is a multiverse franchise because we all die. How do you think we all come back to life?
We didn't.
We didn't.
You're seeing different versions of us in different multiverse.
Each video is just
Us dying
or surviving
or disappearing.
and being forever traumatized. Okay, so your trait would be you all don't have eyes and have blue hair.
Yeah.
So some of you are like really jacked Elias.
Some are some robots.
And then you would try to tell all the other Eliases to take over the world.
Yeah.
That would be your first thing.
I mean, I have the best army now. This is one person army. That's no longer just one person.
But you have no military training whatsoever.
There will be a version of us with the training.
So you would have to get trained.
Yeah.
Where?
Anywhere.
You have no land.
I bet there's a version of us where we won a lotto or something.
They came into this universe.
And we'll go to their universe.
You can't. They came into this universe.
And we'll go to their universe. It's a freaking multiverse. We get to pick and choose.
Oh my lord. This is the Spider-Man multiverse
Spider-Man?
scenario for this question.
So I'm Spider-Man.
No, you're... Spider. This is the thing. When I pick a topic that you're too interested in, you just go off. And I don't know what to do. I can't host.
It's not even South anymore.
We haven't even gone south. It's we're on topic, but you just start talking about stuff that I didn't even think about. And so we go nowhere. Second question, I guess. Jeez.
Okay, you know what? Let me try a different answer to the first question.
No, it's too late. You've ruined it.
Because there is actually the first thing that you have to do when other versions of you from the multiverse comes to you.
Okay, fine. You wake up tomorrow and another Elias walks into the room. It's like, hey, I think I might be from a different universe.
No, you're not. I'm actually the clone.
I thought you had a different solution.
I'm sorry.
What the Why did you even make me stop from the second question? That's your solution?
Forget the temptation, but it was right there. I'm sorry.
Okay, so the thing is, like, Marvel uses multiverse to, by the way, spoiler warning, we're going to talk about Marvel for a minute. So if you haven't watched, like, Spider-Man No Way Home, stop listening. Okay, everybody good? So they use that to kind of make every single Spider-Man movie into existence, right? Peter Parker from different movies are actually just from different universes. But my question is, once they do that, then all of a sudden, none of the stories really matter. Now that we know multiverse is real, it would be much harder to justify, like, Thanos was a bad person. Because it doesn't really matter what Thanos does. In a different universe, Thanos never existed.
Let's say you're a hero who's fighting for the multiverse.
Okay.
But when it comes down to it, the choice is this. If you want to save all of multiverse, you have to sacrifice the universe that you came from.
Right. It's the greater good, right?
Or you can save your own universe at the price of every other multiverse.
If it was my family versus like 100 people, but all of a sudden there's a million versions of my family.
Yeah.
So now it doesn't matter.
See, I think a bit differently because then now we're verging in a question in the concept of who we are and how we define others in relation to other hypothetical versions of us, right?
Okay.
I think the definition of who I am is a collection of all the choices that I make.
Okay.
In that sense, my family is specifically just this universe family.
Do you think a true narcissist would love another version of himself from a different universe?
I read this somewhere. Psychopaths who are able to kill anyone off for their own sake will still love their family, especially their offsprings, because they identify the offsprings as an extension of themselves. And he would actually be scared of losing them. I think even if the other variations of this hypothetical narcissist is slightly different, the narcissist will still consider it as an expansion of his own self and actually like them and afraid of losing them.
If you could travel through the multiverse, which universe would you want to travel to first?
I would want to go to a universe where they have the technology to fuse two human beings into one as long as they have the same genetics.
Stop trying to rule the universe.
I'm not. I'm just trying to become harmonized single being with other versions of myself. I just need the universe to have that kind of technology.
What is wrong with you? For me, I would want to go into a universe where when you do some sort of training or when you learn something, it stays with you.
That would be hell, actually. Basically, you're giving up the ability to forget and ability to change back.
Okay, fine. I want a universe where I can forget things, but it's like your body's like a game stat, where if you train your mind, the trained mind stays trained and the trained body stays trained.
And technically, you're not aging.
Yeah, in that universe.
So in that universe, you're an immortal, while the universe still is subject to the heat decay.
I just want to be in a video game, all right? That's what I wanted. I wanted to talk about multiverse and see if you can quote unquote survive it. Whenever multiverse is talked about, my instant thought process is like, wait, then couldn't they just go to a different universe with the same family and same everything, except maybe like the color blue is green? Isn't that the whole thing about Rick and Morty? To Rick, nothing matters because you can just get a different Morty every time.
I don't think they thought that through because Rick is still having a problem with having two daughters and not knowing which one's the clone.
Oh yeah, that's
Because
the thing.
if nothing matters for Rick, why is there a problem for him?
Oh no, the main Rick that we see is a weird one because he actually cares about his family, which most Ricks don't.
Oh right, that's why they're all in the Citadel.
When Rick destroys the Citadel, at the end, like he points a gun at Summer. I'm gonna shoot Summer, and then Rick's like, I don't care, and the Citadel Rick's like, yes you do, because you're different from us, right? And so the main character Rick, he cares, even though logically he shouldn't, in a sense that there's multiverse.
Maybe he has my point of view. I mean, we do have the same hair color.
Hey, you guys do have the same hair color.
Maybe I'm Rick of this universe. I just have to lose enough hair. That's all it takes.
Or put it up. Hair reveal 2022. Sometime this year. We're gonna give you eyes, but we're gonna put your hair all the way back.
As long as I'm not bald, I'm cool.
But you're gonna have some serious character development before you get it. You know, your father's gonna be Darth Vader. Like you're gonna have to have some serious character development before we give you eyes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Elias loves this topic.
It's okay.
Or he had a lot of opinions about this topic.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Which I should have thought of before I picked this topic just casually. It was like, hey, let's talk about this. Nothing could go wrong.
Expected casual conversation when we're discussing multiverse.
In a different universe, this video would actually make sense.
But not this one.
Not this one. So my final thoughts on multiverse is that if it's done right, it's going to be great, but it will become a cliche.
That's the same for all cliches. If it's done right, delicious.
I mean, that's true. Okay, your final thoughts on multiverse.
It's a convenient plot device.
If you followed along and understood what we were talking about, good job.
Because we don't. Like, what do you mean understand something? If you got some structure out of this, that wasn't us.
That was you. You just made sense of it. It's like modern art. If you found a meaning in it, it was all you.
We made a scribble.
Yeah.
And apparently you saw the universe. I don't know. What are you talking about? It's a scribble.
We're gonna sound so ignorant to people that are like really into those things.